Okay guys, so we are going to look at some of the notes for the introduction of 2.3 here. Just get some of the vocab out of the way, get you ready for it tomorrow. We're going to be focusing on the idea of a function tomorrow. So a function, it has a really fancy definition. It says each value of x can be paired with only one value of y. Now that is probably a little bit confusing for right now, but I think as we go and look at some examples, it'll make some more sense. Functions come in three forms. They can be in a table form. We're going to look at those today. They can be in a graph form. We'll look at what makes a graph a function. And tomorrow we'll look at the equation form of a function. So for a table form of a function, what we're trying to look for is if this definition is true, if each value of x is paired with only one value of y. So if I look at the first one, this is a set of data. Here we have the year, we would call that x, and the total number of theater screens, which is y. And so if you look, each of my x values is different. 1992, 1993, 1994, 1995, and 1986, and they do have a corresponding y value. So it fits the definition, so this one is a function. The next one, if we look at the x's, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 52. That's a big jump, but it's fine. Each of those is paired with a y value. It's okay that the y values repeat as long as our x values don't repeat. We're good. That's a function. Over here, this is where things get interesting. 3 is paired with 7. 3 is also paired with 8. 3 is also paired with 10. That's a problem. We have a single x value of 3, and it's being paired with multiple different y values. So that makes it not a function. Now, when you are studying your tables, like we just did above, a warning sign, it's not necessarily always a problem, but a warning sign that you don't have a function is repeated x values. If we were to go back to this table here, and the 3's were still there, but instead of 7, 8, and 10, we had 7, 7, 7, so that they were still paired with the exact same y value, that would be a function. So that's why I'm saying that repeated x values are a warning sign that it's not a function. Okay? If they happen to be paired with the same y value, it's actually still okay. Graphs, on the other hand, we got to utilize something else. They need to pass the vertical line test. Now, the vertical line test says that if any vertical line drawn through the graph touches more than once, it's not a function. If you look at this example here, this first one, we have a graph drawn, and they drew several vertical lines, but as soon as you draw a vertical line and it touches the graph more than one spot, that's not a function. However, if you can draw a vertical line and it touches at most one spot, like this one, it's good. It's a function. What's happening on this particular one that's not a function is, if you think about it, you have an x value of 3 right here. it is paired with a y value of 2 and a y value of negative 2. So one x value is paired with two different y values. That's not okay. That's why that vertical line test actually works. So if we look at the bottom, actually that's the same one that we just looked at. This one over here, if I draw any vertical line through that graph, it's only going to touch one time, so that's a function. This guy we know is not a function. This guy, if you look carefully right here, I know it's just a plot of points. It's still a graph, just some random points. If I draw a vertical line right there, that's no good, so that's not a function. This guy, though, he's good. Vertical line, all the vertical lines would be good, so that one is a function. Okay, that's all you got to do for today. We'll take a look at this tomorrow. We'll talk some more about functions tomorrow. Have a good night.